This is the image many medical students used in order to remember coronavirus before January of 2020. It's part of a series of images from a learning company many of us use to try to remember through visual means. The color, for instance, on the picture stands for RNA virus, the clothing for enveloped virus, the handkerchiefs tells us that it causes the common cold, and the repeated spirals represent the helical capsule in the structure of the virus. This is, however, how we will remember coronavirus from now on. As of September 2020, the United States has lost more than 200,000 people to COVID-19, becoming, according to data collected by Johns Hopkins University, one of the leading causes of death in the country, with more than 6.8 million coronavirus cases. But death is not the only outcome possible. For the survivors of a pandemic, what will change? The influenza pandemic of 1918 inspired fear of immigrants and foreigners. It killed more men than women and skewed sex ratios for years afterward. Some historians have asked whether the ensuing abrupt changes in gender roles, for instance the fact that more American soldiers died from the flu than were killed in battle, and women stepped into public roles that had not previously been open to them, had anything to do with the virus. What changes will it bring about this time around? A few years ago, as a pre-medical student, I joined a group of people from different countries to accompany physician Hunter Adams to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, on an unusual mission. Dressed up as clowns, we'd practice how to break the ice between strangers and build so-called human connections. We visited schools, prisons, elderly homes, and hospitals looking to break those invisible, unconscious barriers that separate strangers and to find ways to build trust and communication. Our experiment yielded touch as the essential ingredient. Elderly and young people alike who had not been touched for years ached for human contact. Some even cried when they were hugged by us, perfect strangers. Psychologists say that touch is the social glue, and that without it, we might be in danger of becoming unglued, disconnected from each other. Human beings, our bodies are wired to touch and to be touched. I don't know exactly how we will change after the pandemic is over, but I remember how much we were already starving for touch before the added fear of disease. Some psychologists believe that there is such a thing as to be starved for touch, increasing stress, depression, even anxiety. When this is all over, it is possible that some of that fear might persist. But it is also possible that we would have learned that which is not essential and what we do need.